Boom! What's up, citizens of Gotham? You're making it great again. My name is Graham Elwood. This is the Political Vigilante. Oh, yeah. Thank you, everybody who came out to the shows in Texas. Awesome to see everybody. I love meeting you folks in person. It is fantastic to get a room full of progressives together because you realize with that one thing, you're not alone. When I make these videos alone in my apartment, sometimes I think I'm nuts. Maybe I think I'm alone. You're watching this video alone. You think you're alone. You're the only one. All your friends are either neoliberals or they're neocons. And you're like, oh, they're either Trumpers or Hillarys. And you think you're nuts. You're not nuts. You're not alone. You just woke up. You're just waking up to the fact that there aren't two parties in this country. There's two classes. There's the ruling class and then all of us. And the ruling class controls the media, because 5 multinational conglomerates run 95% of all major media outlets. They run it all. So, when Bernie Sanders releases 10 years of tax things, what do they focus on? The 2 out of the 10 years where he made $1 million. Not $10 million a year in speaking fees to Goldman Sachs, like Joe Biden has been doing and Hillary Clinton did and all that stuff. Obama, Cantor Fitzgerald, the minute he gets out of office after helping create 10 million foreclosures, my home being one of them. So you watch the media. So like Fox News is, oh, he benefited from Trump's tax plan. They always say he benefited from Trump's tax plan, but they never say that he voted against Trump's tax plan. But it ain't just Fox. MSNBC and CNN are like, millionaire Bernie Sanders. So this was on the Yahoo Finance section. Look at this now. This is Democrats' income tax payments, okay? So this is taxable income. This is the amount of taxes paid, okay? And this is charitable contributions, right? Klobuchar, right? She paid, so they're not really saying how much in taxes they paid, which is interesting. They just show this fuzzy line here. They don't say how much they paid in taxes. They show how much they paid in charity, right? 1.89 million Kamala Harris made. Paid 27,000 of that in charitable contributions, which is only 1.4% of her income. All right? Elizabeth Warren, 6.38% of her income went to charity. I'm sure a lot of that went to Native American charities. Bernie Sanders here made $520,000 in 2018. 18 of it went to charity. Build-A-Brand, come on, she made more than that. You're a lawyer. Robert Francis O'Rourke. But this is the thing. A lot of this is a little deceiving, and I'm going to go into this article in Yahoo Finance. Bernie is bad for Wall Street. So they're going to try to paint him as this liar. You know, he lives in his big, that's the whole thing, right? They always play that angle. Lives in this mansion up in Vermont. Okay, he had a successful book, made money. Millionaire basher, this is Yahoo's language. Millionaire basher, Senator Bernie Sanders, which he just said the millionaires and the billionaires need to pay their fair share. And let's say $1 million a year, that's a good salary. I'm not gonna lie, that's good money. But that's not the 10 million. That's not the $100 million a year. That's not the $158 billion a year that Jeff Bezos makes. Jeff Bezos flies around in a $75 million Gulfstream while his employees just now started getting $15 an hour. Because of who? Millionaire basher Senator Sanders. Earned more than $1 million in 2016 and 2017 and a tidy 520 last year. Listen to all the verbiage. The fame Sanders garnered as a presidential candidate allowed him to write 2 bestsellers about the leftist agenda. He hasn't managed to impose, but if he did, he'd end up sharply raising his own taxes, since he'd be subject to the 43% Sanders tax rate instead of the current 35% rate. With deductions he landed at in 2018 that would have raised his tax bill by at least $30,000. Right. And Bernie Sanders, and this is not in this article, nowhere in this millionaire basher, tidy sum, would have raised his taxes. And Bernie Sanders would say, yeah, that's why I voted against Trump's tax bill. I should have to pay more. if this extra $30,000 helps people get Medicare for all, I'll do it. Puts more money to help people that need it, yeah, I'll do that. That just happens to get left out of the Yahoo Finance section. Joe Biden might have a Hillary Clinton problem. Oh, she smelled people's hair? Oh, sorry. Biden, widely expected to enter the race as a frontrunner, has been giving 5- and maybe 6-figure speeches since he finished 2 terms as vice president in 2017. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with giving 6-figure public, keynote speech. There's nothing wrong with that. But who's he giving it to? Banks. Come on. Except it would turn off voters if Biden seems to be living too high a life while pretending to be ordinary Joe. Hillary Clinton had that problem in 2016 after earning $10 million a year giving speeches to Wall Street banks and other groups. Not earning an egregious $10 million a year, so a tidy sum. So $500,000, a tidy sum. $10 million a year, that's just, hey, they don't say an egregious amount. Clinton dutifully released her tax returns, but struggled to convince working-class voters of her authenticity. Did calling them deplorable help? Biden is a more spontaneous candidate and might fare better, but voters can't turn quickly against candidates if they seem like creeping elitism. Maybe. Wow. That's bold journalism. Tax returns don't reveal wealth. Beto O'Rourke, for instance, earned a relatively modest $370,000 in 2017, even though his net worth is probably $9 million or more. O'Rourke inherited some wealth and married into more with a father-in-law who may be worth $500 million. Wow. Did the father-in-law allow him to pretend he's Latino by co-opting the name Beto? Because his name's Robert Francis. Come on, Robbie. Robbie married well. Like I said, if he gets to be Mexican, then I'm Paco Elwood. Spanish for the wood. The wealthiest Democrat in the race could turn out to be former Maryland Rep. John Delaney, who founded and ran 2 successful financial. Anytime I hear someone who came from the financial sector, boo. They will be bailing out the banks and flying around on private jets while you and I are driving for Uber. Financial disclosure form suggests his net worth could be as high as $370 million. Of course, Howard Schultz is the big billionaire jackwagon. Yeah. So, more smear tactics. None of these worth more than 4. There's no derogatory term. I mean, they talk a little bit about it, but they don't say a disgustingly wealthy $4 billion. They say a tidy sum of $520,000. This guy's worth $1.4 billion more than Trump. $370 million. As high as $370 million. Not disgustingly high. $9 million. They don't use any of those terms. They just do that with Bernie. Because Wall Street is threatened by him. So they have to discredit him. They have to make him seem like he's a fraud. He's one of these, like these Hollywood liberals that, take private jets to their environmental meetings. Like Meghan McCain says on The View or whatever. That's the game they got to play. Because they're terrified. Because Bernie just knocked it out of the park on a Fox town hall. He went into that town hall with a 47 to 40% approval. Fox viewers, 47% of them said they would vote for Bernie Sanders in 2020, and only 40% of Fox viewers said they would vote for Donald Trump. I'm going to bring that stat right back up here for you. March 17, a month before the town hall, this is a Fox News poll. Who would you vote for if candidates in 2020 were Sanders and Trump? 40% Trump, 47% Bernie Sanders. 47% Bernie Sanders. They're terrified of him because Wall Street owns Fox. Wall Street owns MSNBC. They own CNN. They own all of it. They own the healthcare lobby that spends $30 billion a year on ads. They own all the politicians. They're terrified of the guy. So thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Support the show. Go to the GrahamElwood.com for the live shows. You can buy Make Gotham Great Again shirts. You can support me at patreon.com/GrahamElwood and rockfin.com/GrahamElwood. Great ways to support the show. Free ways to do it. Like, subscribe, share the videos, watch the ads all the way through. Don't click skip ad. I don't get paid. And when you share these on your social media, it helps my numbers. Thanks for watching.